kick go off a linesman on the kickoff return team and then pretty much bounce right back to Aiken. Again, that's about as unlucky as you can get as Jones runs the ball for about a 7-yard gain. 7:50 left here in the fourth quarter. And we'll see what kind of drive Aiken can put together here as they're trying to run this clock out and shorten this game, as they are the more typical big play offense, but certainly don't want to leave a lot of time on the clock for Barnwell if they do get the ball back in this game. Jones takes the snap and hands it back off to Sanders.
Good hard downhill run.
Yeah, Sanders run really well tonight. Not really shuffled his feet much. Pushed, kind of pushed to where the gap was and continued to apply pressure. Which, as a defense, Ryan, you can explain this better than I can. You almost like seeing the guys that love to break down and do the shake and bake, because then you have no momentum. Then I get to run full speed and come make the tackle on you.
That's right.
First down for Aiken. Jones a little pass to the
Oh,
left-hand side.
deceptive play. Did you see that?
Flanders makes the catch here and gets in the end zone. Looked like it was going to be just a little short pass to the left. But Flanders, more than anything, showing off some speed there after the catch, Ryan.
Yep, you had the post curl with the out route. Touchdown corner.
I mean,
goes with the post curl, and he's wide open up the sideline.
For him to turn that one up and get a touchdown, you don't see that very often. Again, look, a 5-yard route, 6-yard route that just.
Yeah, actually looked like a deep slant in an out route.
And Barnes not able to make the tackle, and that was all Flanders had to do, make one man miss. And 2 quick scores from Aiken.
Well, Aiken showing himself to be versatile,
As we wait on McKay on the kick, and he puts it through 28-14 in a game that was tied, but a few minutes ago. Now shows Aiken having a 2-touchdown advantage.
It just goes to show you how quickly things can change with a few mistakes.
And we were talking about how Barnwell seemed to grab the momentum and kind of soften it a little bit and turn this into it's going to be a slower paced game. All the excitement to begin the game with Aiken, they were going to try to maybe level it out and just go back and forth and play field position and maybe wait on Aiken to make a mistake or something. But Barnwell making the mistakes and Aiken really capitalizing on them.
See what Aiken decides to do here. The kicker's been, pooch kick down the sideline.
It looks like they have the entire game tried to maybe kick away from Keyshawn Jenkins. It seems like they've always sort of kicked it to the left.
I'd like to see the ball here in Seven's hands. Darren Hammond. He's kind of lined up. They've got him down there at the 30-yard line where that pooch kick would land.
And again, it was one thing to hit off a Barnwell player, but to ricochet back directly towards the Aiken kickoff team like it did just kind of shows.
Let the ball
And again, once again, Aiken kicks the ball right at the front line, and Barnwell is not able to come up with the ball. Again, 10 yards separates the kickoff team and the kick return team, that front line, and just a tough night all around for Kevin Thomas, the senior
poor kid,
linebacker.
Got to coach him to let the ball go and have 7 come up and field it. The ball was being kicked hard.
Right. Well, the first time it was kicked really hard. That one didn't necessarily have as much speed on it, but to not come up with it, that again, you hate to see that. As Aiken once again just going to run the ball with Sanders up the middle and get about 5 yards. And again, for them to go right back to the same type of kick, because you know, if you're Aiken, you're thinking, well, maybe, you know, he's going to land on it this time, and you're at that's terrific field position for Barnwell, but obviously saw something they liked and went after it again, and it worked. Sanders able to get the handoff from
Bostic off the edge.
From Jones. Little miscue in the backfield there. But the clock continues to run, 5:55 left.
Loss of a down. It's going to be a big play here. Third down. Barnwell needs to come up with a play.
And a 14-point lead for Aiken in a game that was tied up again, if you're just joining us, a few minutes ago, and really looked like anybody's game. Barnwell had done a great job of bottling up Aiken's explosive attack from Bryson Jones and company. And Brayton Sanders.
I think you're going to see a pass here.
And that we do from Jones. He runs to the right side and really runs right back into the Barnwell defender. And a good job by number 53, Timothy Burdett, of making sure he got Jones to the ground. As for Jones, maybe the best play there might be just throwing it in the stands, but takes the sack. And a long fourth down, a surefire punting down.
Jones looks to be shaken up a little bit on his shoulder.
Well, a lot of plays, again, with those quick turnovers, they've continued to stay on offense. So even though it doesn't technically count as the previous drive, they're still out there, still running offensive plays. So Sanders and Jones getting a break here. And we see the punt. It's fielded.
Oh,
and it looks like he coughed the ball up forward, and we'll see who comes up with it, but I think it is recovered by Dante Rhodes, a huge recovery.
Rhodes
and really
came from nowhere.
In terms
he wasn't
of numbers,
even around
yeah,
the ball when it was
there
on the
were
ground.
way more Aiken Hornets around that ball than Rhodes, and a good job by him of getting to the football and making sure that wasn't another turnover. I believe that was Arkeem Jacobs, I believe number 8, on the return, but able to dodge another bullet. Again, all
Didn't
coming
seem
so
like he
fast.
ever really had it. He was catching it coming forward and kind of fumbling it the entire time.
Coming so fast for Barnwell in this fourth quarter. Just
screen out the backfield.
And you see we got a flag coming in late here. We'll see what we got here. And again, just starting to pile up for Barnwell. Again, it seems like since those turnovers just really suck the energy out of the team.
It's an emotional game, and they've got the momentum on their side here with Aiken. It's really showing up here in the fourth quarter.
You see Elmore back to pass. Doesn't see anything he likes, so he likes to run the ball. Uses the referee as a little shield there. Gets a few yards. Here's the ball up to about the 23-yard line. And be sure to hang in there, and as we hand out the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game, it's going to be a tough one tonight. A lot of offense. As we've seen momentum shifts in this game, it was started with Aiken, then it moved over to Barnwell, and then Aiken regained it, and it seems like they still have it here. Second down.
Sprint right, throw back to the left.
And we got a flag coming in. And a ball, it looks like we have one ref saying that was not going to be able to be caught, but we'll see what the call is. Like it was overthrown.
Well, if he's holding, there's a reason it's overthrown.
Isn't that the case?
While they make their decision, I'll say hello to my wife at home who's watching this, Miss Anna. You're going to know about that one day.
You know, we'll see.
We'll see.
Last man standing, they say.
I hear you.
I'd also like to say hello to my grandmother who's watching from home.
Well, Anna has her TV show with WJBF.
Yeah, the dish does a really good job. Getting the talking to the who's who in the community, not only in cooking but really community events.
The horses will travel to Hampton next week to play Wayne Hampton in 2 weeks. We'll be back here at home with homecoming.
Again, nothing beats Friday nights out on a football field at your local high school. So if you're able to make it out each and every Friday night throughout the CSRA, you should go check it out. Again, beautiful night for it at W.W. Carter Field here in Barnwell. And again, the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
I tell you, it's been a couple years since I've worked with you guys, but McDonald's has stuck it out with you guys, man. They really do a lot for the community of football.
Oh, absolutely.
The community in general.
Yeah, it's also one of their favorite times of the year as well, not just us. They always affiliated with local sports and high school football and what it means to the community and to the players. And a lot of these kids going on to not only go to McDonald's after the game, but also going to maybe work at McDonald's during the off season. They're not having to run gassers and work out and all that nonsense. Who wants to do that?
First down, Barnwell, 43-yard line.
We see Barnwell here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Elmore tries to throw it up. I believe Tiller caught it. A great catch. Great coverage.
Down in bounds. The clock will run as soon as they move the chains here.
Yeah, but an even better catch.
It's that back shoulder. A back shoulder fade. It's Nathaniel Toole, the kicker. Caught that.
As Barnwell tries to run the ball up the middle.
On the stop, Austin. 55. Everett Prince.
And again, the clock continuing to move here. 1:35 left. Again, fourth quarter, Elmore. Rolls to the right. Tries to throw it up. Drops the ball nicely into the receiver, and they get the catch.
Elmore having a little bit of time as he's rolling out, allowing things to develop late.
Again, our Doctors Hospital instant replay. Appreciate all our sponsors jumping on board with us. McDonald's, Doctors Hospital. Just an auto auction sideline reports. And a good play there from 24. Again, everybody wants interceptions, but whenever you can break up a pass like that, Matthew Coverton Springs.
He's a twin.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I've been told. Got a twin on the team. I
Him
believe
and
they were
Miles.
at the combine.
Matthew and Miles were both at the combine. Both did exceptionally well. As a matter of fact.
Yeah, they put up some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, 23 there, Miles. Miles had second place in the 20-yard shuttle with a 4.31. So.
Slightly faster than what mine was. Mine was 4.4. That's a true story. As Barnwell is in the Orange Theory Fitness orange zone, but not much doing. They get the catch, but just a great tackle.
Yep, that was Miles again. Good job by Miles.
Again, trying to stuff the stat sheet here.
Telling you.
Why not? They count all the same. But always a lot of fun each and every Friday night as we get under a minute here. Again, want to thank all of our sponsors. Fairway Ford, sponsoring the coin toss. You see another.
It looks like, ooh.
And not sure if that ball hit the ground, but that was about to be a play of the night if he was able to come up with that. But
he's not arguing about it, so it must have hit the ground. Let's see here.
Just off the hands, not really getting much help this evening. Elmore, overthrown a few, but
it hit the ground.
You got to be able to hang on to them when they're near you. But also East Georgia State College, Scholar of the Game. Really appreciate them, and always a lot of fun. Again, here in a little bit, we're going to hit a break. When we come back, going to finish it out in the fourth quarter here in Barnwell, South Carolina, with Aiken leading 28-14. We'll be back, WJBF Sports Game Night Live, right after this. And welcome back to Barnwell, South Carolina. Aiken leading 28-14. Barnwell knocking on the door. Under a minute left in this game. As Elmore throws it up, overthrows his intended receiver and almost intercepted.
Miles is all over the field here.
Culverson Springs making a name for himself late in this fourth quarter here. Played well all game. Again, you only get your number called when you're around plays, but he could have easily been shutting down receivers the entire game, but all around the ball here the past couple of minutes.
I tell you, as a DB, I used to love late in the game when they're trying to come down and force plays.
Yeah.
It's pick time.
Pick time.
Had the stats a little bit.
A little extra float in the ball. They're trying to make sure that pass is perfect, and sometimes ends up in the defender's hands. But for Barnwell, again, they had this game all tied up. And then it just sort of got away from them. Again, two huge special teams plays, which were big plays by themselves, but the fact that Aiken was able to score on those big miscues only solidifying this second half for Barnwell. And then having the interception. Really, again, it started with the interception. As you see, Mikhail Lee walking off on his own accord here for the Barnwell Warhorses.
That's good. Last thing you want to do is lose a guy down the stretch at the very end of the game for, really
Yep.
time in the game that doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, let's be honest.
And we'll see what Aiken does here. I think they're going to just take a knee.
Trying to run the clock out.
And they do just that. Bryson Jones takes a knee. Brings it to 35 seconds and counting. And for Aiken, this will put them at 3-2 on the year. And Barnwell will fall to 2-3. There's a big in-state matchup here. And Bryson Jones once again shows why he is in contention for our Border Bowl team we have coming up later on in the year.
That's right.
Border Bowl, really
Great
exciting.
event for the
Ronald McDonald House. And the seniors in the area. And Aiken gets the win here, 28-14, really on the backs of an excellent fourth quarter, second half. And for Bryson Jones, big game for him once again, rushing the ball, 13 attempts, 123 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the ground, and then passing 9 of 19, 111 yards with 1 touchdown, for a total of 234 all-purpose yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, a standout performance from him, but really Aiken's defense making a huge play, getting the interception when they needed to, and giving them the cushion that they needed in this game.
Really a difference of 3 to 4 minutes there in the game that just turned things around.
It'll drive you crazy as a player because you're in there, everything's fine, you're in there, and then you look up and you're down 2 touchdowns. You're like, what in the world happened? But that was the case for Barnwell, just some unlucky breaks along the way and then some miscues on special teams, letting Aiken get the win.
Bryson Jones with an impressive night. It's good to see him.
And here in a moment, we're going to go down to the field. Actually, we're going to go down right now to Stephanie French down on the field with the victorious coach.
Hey guys, first off, congratulations on your win. A big rival game for you guys here. What are your thoughts on the game? Bryson Jones, obviously a big threat for you or guys for the other teams.
Well, we had to weather the storm we talk about all the time, and we knew they'd come in here, they're going to be ready to play. And like I told you at halftime, we've been flat all week, but give them credit. They took it everywhere but the scoreboard. They beat us up and down the field. So we got a lucky break on interception, 2 lucky breaks on kickoffs. Other than that, they beat us. So we're going to take our win and get out of here as fast as we can get out of here.
And of course, you guys are about halfway through the season now. What are your thoughts in the first half, looking into the second half of the season?
Well, region play starts now, and hopefully this was a lesson learned about having to come to play every week, and if we take that lesson, we'll be okay.
Awesome. Well, thanks. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
And thank you, Stephanie. Again, our Augusta Auto Auction sideline report with the victorious coach. Although they get the win, not too pleased with how his team played, Ryan. Just not thinking they can sharpen up a lot of different things. Really led to believe got a little lucky on some stuff, which, you could argue that, but fact is they were able to put points on the board after the fact.
That's right. I mean, what coach is ever satisfied when there's been mistakes out on the field? He wants to fix everything, and they'll go home, rest, recover, and get back at it next week and fix some mistakes and continue to get better.
All right, and we're going to hit a break. When we come back, our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game. Just after the break here on WJBF Sports Game Night live from WW Carter Field in Barnwell, South Carolina. We'll be back right after this.
Or if I hit.
Not that one.
Representatives here in Barnwell County, Fred and Adrian, thanks for being here with us tonight. First off, let me ask you guys, what's your involvement here with the high school athletics here in Barnwell County?
Well, we do a lot with the Barnwell Warhorse Club, and anybody who comes in, they're welcome. We feed them. We do discounts in football games, and anyone who works with us, we do flexible schedules as well.
Awesome. Well, we are going to hand out some awesome awards tonight. Who do we have for Offensive Player of the Game?
Bryson Jones is the offensive player of the game, so I got his award here.
Go ahead and give it.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. And our Defensive Player of the Game?
I have Kendrick Sanders.
Awesome. And I'm going to come over here and ask you guys a couple quick questions. First off, Bryson, amazing game. You are a leading quarterback here for the team. How does it feel to come into Barnwell and win a game like this?
It feels good. I mean, it's a game we needed before we go in the region. And I mean, Coach said we got to come in here and weather the storm because he knew them guys was going to be ready to put us out, and they prepared just like we prepared. We had a bad week of practice, so I felt kind of so-so about the game, but overall we did pretty good tonight.
Of course. Same question for you. How does it feel to win a game like this?
It felt wonderful. Like, we weathered the storm, like he said. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you guys. Good luck the rest of the season. Matt, Ryan, I'm going to toss it back up to you guys.
And thank you, Stephanie. And, just like Bryson Jones said, they didn't have a good week of practice. They were able to weather the storm and get the win. Like their coach said, not totally impressed by it, but it is impressed that they figured out a way to get the win.
Well, it just shows you some maturity on the quarterback's part to have that sort of discussion, to understand that, it does play right over into the game if you don't have a good week.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. Some weeks are harder than others. The fact is you're able to come out and get a win on a bad week of practice, as Bryson Jones said. Next week, we head to Harlem, as Screven County heads to Harlem to take on the Bulldogs. Should be an exciting game. Always fun to go out to Harlem and check in on the Bulldogs. And just a reminder, as Fred said earlier, Fred Kruko, the back of the ticket gets you a deal at McDonald's. So, Nathan, I think we might be stopping there on the way home. This is our Augusta Paint Center hit of the game earlier. As you see, a little pass to the right-hand side, and just a good hit goes through his blocker and ends up making the tackle. I believe that was
Hammond.
That was your boy, number 7.
That's my guy.
Darren Hammond.
I like him.
Ryan, very impressed by his play so far, or this evening, I should say, by the youngster from Barnwell. So always a lot of fun each and every Friday night. Once again, want to thank our sponsors, Augusta Paint Center, for the hit of the game, Augusta Auto Auction Sideline Report, Fairway Ford for the coin toss, East Georgia State College for the Scholar of the Game, Orange Theory, Orange Zone. Also, Doctors Hospital Instant Replay, Ken Nugent, one call, that's all. And, of course, McDonald's. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Aiken wins 28-14. We'll see you next week at Harlem. For Matt Lane, I'm not Ryan Bowers, but we'll see you next week anyway.
All right, we won't be here next week, but I did enjoy it. Headed home to my lovely wife.
We'll see you guys next week.